Oh, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's Dirty Trucking, Dirty Trucking. Oh, man. It's currently 1:33 here in Detroit. It's turned cold. We had some nice, wonderful spring-like weather. Disturbing news, as always, because that's what I report. Disturbing news and nonsense, dirty shit. That's why this is called Dirty Trucking. That's what I report. I don't report pleasantries. I report stuff that affects people's income. That's what I report. In case they didn't know what the basis of this channel was, I report stuff that has been affecting my income and possibly could affect other people's income if it's going on with them. So let me tell you what's going on this morning. The whole morning, I woke up around 11 o'clock, been laying here on the couch, just chilling, because I'm saying, out of a day, because I work so much, out of a day, I need to just have some hours to myself. I don't care if it ain't doing nothing but just laying on the couch. I'm going to dedicate some hours to myself before I go and dedicate the rest of my hours to driving for Uber. So, here's the thing. I've been laying around here, looked at Uber, nothing on my phone. All of a sudden, just 2 minutes ago, I get a message from Uber saying a passenger said that I said something that they felt was discriminatory towards them. So they sent me their little message about they being discrimination and violation of the community guidelines, and with their little thread at the end that if you continue to get these messages, what they can do to your account. So I contact Uber. Now, I know yesterday I didn't have any discriminatory issues. I haven't said anything. I've had pleasant conversations, except for the last rider that got out the car early this morning. Caucasian male. I pull up to pick him up. I believe his name was Collins. I'm going to start putting the names out there. I believe his name was Collins. The first name, that's on the thing. I don't know the last name. Gets in the car. No, I call his name because that's what I do with all riders. I call their name when they come to the car to make sure it's the right rider. I believe it was Collins. Don't quote me on it. I know it was something with a C. I said, Collins? He says, yes, sir. No, you mean yes, ma'am. Then he gets in the car and sits down. Try to make pleasant conversation. So how's your day? Yeah, I briefly brushed that off. Fine. Go back to driving. I go back to driving to get him out the car. He got a long ride. It's going to be a minute before this one get out the car. I don't tolerate that. You're not going to come get in the car that I'm driving and disrupt the atmosphere that's going on inside, which is pleasant, quiet, disruptive from negativity, and get your ass in my goddamn car and start some negativity. You're not going to disrupt that. That could be constituted as a discriminatory comment toward my gender because you said yes, sir. But see, I don't report that. But this is what I noticed. After a rider gets in the car and I have these so-called little incidents that I don't report because I don't report everything because I know these riders are stupid. And I know these same type of riders always like to make these type of comments. So I let it go in one ear and out the other. I'll check you on it. I will check you on it. You will not get in the car and call me out my gender. Period. And think I'm supposed to be doing something for you. Get the hell out. That's what happened to you. But they send me this message, and I notice I get these messages after I done had some sort of similar incident in the car that I didn't report, but I should have reported because it was an incident against a violation against me, not the rider, not me. They was discriminating me, not the other way around. And I noticed that. So I get Uber safety on the phone. And send him a nice little message. I hadn't talked with him on the phone. Now I say, well, at this point, I'm starting to believe that it's Uber sending these messages. I don't feel it was a rider. I don't even believe it's a rider. I believe it's somebody at Uber making these messages and aggravating me first thing before I get up to go drive. And that was a pet peeve of mine in trucking. Dispatchers used to aggravate the hell out of me prior to me having to pull the truck out and fuck up your day before you start driving. And you ain't got no business doing that. Why would you aggravate the hell out of somebody prior to them getting in the car? At this point, these why you doing nothing but threatening my income. You know, already caused me to be assessed $150 in late fees because of the rent. That 6 days took a toll on me. And I've been playing catch up ever since. And I'm not going to be living like that because of Uber and your rider policy. I told safety, your policy needs to change. I said, you ain't going to keep continuing to send me these messages without an attachment with what I said. I need to see, what is this discriminatory comment? What did I say? They don't tell you what you said. They just send a message saying we got a complaint. Anybody can say that. I can send a message to you saying you got a complaint. And it could be a lie. You need to have a complaint attached with the name. Uber doesn't show the rider's last name. So how is that a violation of confidentiality? I don't even know your last name. I would have to contact Uber to get, or go through legal measures to get the rider's last name. Showing the account with the first name, how's that a violation? No, Uber protects these riders that does this. Uber policy protects these riders. I understand now why Uber have all these lawsuits. That rider that got my account deactivated on February 3rd was attempting to get another sexual harassment lawsuit through me, through Uber. Tried to make me case number 192 of the 191 pending sexual assault cases already filed against Uber. That rider tried to make me case number 192. But it didn't fly. 3 months, in 3 times in 1 month. You deactivated my account and then blocked my account twice. I got deactivated because I supposed to been touching somebody, talking sexual. Lie. Then you turn around and block my account because the rider said something was wrong with the car windows. Lie. Then you just recently blocked my account because a rider said I appeared to be intoxicated. Lie. If we was in a court of law, standing in front of a judge right now, I would win. I would win. And Uber needs to realize that. You can't continue to be harassing me with complaints and think it ain't gonna go nowhere. It's attorneys looking for lawsuits. These motherfuckers that's suing Uber and Lyft for sexual assaults, these motherfuckers are advertising for people to contact them so they can sue Uber and Lyft. I know you've seen the advertise. They are advertising for people. If you've ridden in a rideshare car, if you've been inappropriately touched, they have advertisements for it. So that rider attempted to get a lawsuit by using me, and you're not going to do it. You're not going to allow me. I'm a CDLA holder. I don't drink and drive. I don't talk sexual or inappropriate. And damn, ain't nobody got in that car that I would even think about putting my hands on. One, I'm not that desperate to reduce myself to sit up and try to holler at a motherfucking rider in the car. That is well beneath my standards. Why the fuck would I talk to you? I'm picking you up in the car. You a rider. You a customer. I don't talk to customers. I don't holler at customers. I don't want customers. You are something dealing with the work I do. Why in the hell would you sit up and call Uber or lie to Uber that I touched you? I don't even want to touch you when I'm in the street. I don't even want nobody touching me when I'm in the street. And you talking about I touched you? Man, biggest lie ever. I don't even know who did it. I don't even know if that was a male or female that said that shit. Uber don't tell you. But I told him, you need to change your policy. You're not going to keep sending me these damn messages talking about something I did, but you don't include what I did. You need to start including what was said. Because if you don't, I'm going to consider it fake news. And you know, slander is real. Slander you can sue for. Defamation of character you can sue for. Falsely accusing somebody of sexual misconduct you can sue for. All these issues I can sue for. And if I was standing in front of a court of law right now, I would win. Because I didn't do anything. Anything. And you deactivated my account, blocked my account twice. So I got to have this conversation with safety. And his voice sounded like the safety guy that spoke to me, talking about he was going to request compensation for when they deactivated my account on February 3rd. That's why I brought that up in the conversation, to jog his memory in case it's suppressed. I don't play games. Don't play games with me. These kind of games can get you sued. I don't play. I'm tired. I got a criminal justice degree. Just because the course ain't did nothing, don't mean ain't nobody ain't gonna do nothing. And I'm tired of people looking at me like and telling me what they ain't gonna do. They ain't gonna pay me. They ain't gonna do what? Well, you got a lot of ain't gonna do's while you doing a lot of shit to me. That don't seem right, do it? What you ain't gonna do? You ain't gonna pay me. Oh, you ain't, huh? Well, keep saying you ain't and see what happens every time you ain't gonna pay me for what you been doing to me. It's dirty trucking out. Aggravated this morning before I even get out. How stupid.